going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with video number 2 of the day. Another MUT 19 video. Obviously, I've been saying that for 6-7 months now. If you missed my video earlier today, we opened up a bunch of Legend Exchange packs. We actually had some really good luck with them, made some profit off of them. So be sure to go ahead and check that video out. In this video, we're going to be talking about building elite gold and silver tokens or badges or trophies, whatever the hell they're called. And is it worth it? How much does it cost to do them? And really the big question, should you be doing these exchange sets for the Super Bowl ring? So if you weren't aware, these refresh every day. We got a silver token, a gold token, and an elite token. Silver gives you 140 rings. Gold gives you 450 rings, and then Elite gives you 3,000 rings. And I've done a lot of number crunching, a lot of math here to see, is it actually worth doing all of this stuff? Now, the one thing I'm going to say is no. It's honestly not worth it when you look at the cost of building a token versus the number of rings you're getting compared to the value of rings on the auction house. I know this is a lot of stuff, and I would highly recommend you also watching my video last night that we dropped that basically talks about just the cost of Super Bowl rings, what's, you know, the best card to buy and quick sell for. It just has more background on the, because I'm not going to be able to cover all of that plus what I want to cover in this video, but just kind of the value of rings, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. But I will say completing those sets, though the value isn't great in them, it helps you complete this, and we want to knock out these objectives. So Super Bowl objectives, 2 of the main ones here are complete 10 Super Bowl sets and complete 20 Super Bowl sets. Completing this entire objective list gives you a free 91 or 92 overall Super Bowl card, which is, you know, pretty good. Especially if you want to get one of those 97 overall cards, you're going to kind of need those. So that's the main reason I'm doing them. They're good for clearing your binder if you don't want to sell a bunch of stuff. But if you're really strict on your, you know, your budget, or you don't have a lot of coins, you might be better off selling items rather than building tokens and getting those. So let's get into the nitty-gritty here. Kind of the big thing that I'm going to focus on in this video is building elite tokens. It's something we did in a video a couple days, or probably like a week ago, and I'm going to re-go over that if that makes sense. But let's talk about silver tokens first. So gives you 140 rings. We value, and we're going to value throughout this whole video, that rings are about 17 coins per 1 ring. So 140 rings times 17 means this is about 2,380 coins worth for this quick sell for 140 rings. If you take 12 cards that it would build, or that it would take you to build the silver token, and I'm just going to average those 12 cards out. It's 6 high silvers, 6 low silvers. I'm going to average them out at about 500 coins each, and I'm kind of doing that after tax, and they kind of cost a little bit more than that. That's 6,000 coins right there. So basically you could take your 12 silver cards, sell them for 6,000 coins, and just use those 6,000 coins towards buying rings off the auction house at 17 coins per. Again, watch yesterday's video if I'm losing you at this point about how much rings cost per coin. So to me, it's just better to sell your silver cards and use those coins to buy Super Bowl cards that you can quick sell for rings. Okay, follow me? But again, we want to attack those 20 Super Bowl finished 20 Super Bowl set objectives. So you kind of ignore the fact that it's going to be more cost efficient to do that versus trying to complete that objective list. And the same thing goes with gold tokens, or gold, what are they called? Yeah, gold, whatever the hell they're called. Gold tokens, yes. I get confused after all the MUTs every year. So a gold token is going to give you 450 rings. If we multiply that by 17, that's about 7,650 that we would value this quick sell at. If you sell all 12 of your gold cards, and again, this is an average, but it's 6 high golds, 6 low golds, I average them at about 1,500. The low golds go for a little under 1,000. The high golds go closer to 2,000. So I kind of met in the middle there. I would basically, you know, you could sell 12 gold cards, 6 low, 6 high, and make about 18K off of those. So again, you could use that 18K to go buy yourself a 86 overall Super Bowl card, quick sell that, and you're going to get, I think, like 880 or 800 something Super Bowl rings with that 18K, rather than using 18K worth of gold cards to build a gold token to only get 450 Super Bowl rings. So it's absolutely not worth it for gold. But again, if you're trying to complete that objective list, I don't think we're going to have 20 days worth of doing just the silver set, so you're going to have to do the gold one as well. And then elite tokens, 3,000 Super Bowl rings. So 3,000 times 17 is about 51,000 coins. So we're going to value this quick sell at 51,000 coins. I put together some numbers here, and I didn't add up everything I wanted to, but just buying cards off of the auction house to build an elite token right now costs about 73,000 coins. I'm going to go over a way to do it cheaper, and I mistakenly did not add up these numbers, so let me do it right now, and these will make sense to you in one more moment here as I add up numbers and just try to continue to talk and buy time for myself. How's everybody doing? Let me know in the comments section how you're doing with this promo. Are you guys making coins off of it? Are you enjoying the solos? How you feeling about it? Alright, so I think we got our final number here. So I'm going to show you a way to build an elite token for roughly between 36 to 40K, which is going to be way cheaper, and I may have actually left out two numbers. Hold on. I think I left out two numbers, because that seems way too low. So I'm going to say more so around like 45 to 50K. That's going to kind of equal how much we would value this 3,000 quick sell. Remember, we said it was about 51,000 coins if we multiply 3,000 by 17. With the method that we're going to use to build an elite token, it's going to be about the same. So if you use this method to build an elite token, I think you're okay doing that. And I might just do one here on video, though it tends to take a little while, so maybe not, because I don't want this video to be 20 minutes long. But the way we're going to build an elite token, if you buy, you need, so let's go over to quickly go over here to the elite token section, or the token exchange set, whatever the hell it's called here. So if you try to put together an elite token, it takes 280, basically 280 overalls, 282 overalls, an 84, and an 86, okay? So 80 overalls on the auction house, average about 6K each. You need two of them, so that's 12K there. 82s average about 13K each. You need two of those, so that's another 26K. 84s are about 17K, and then 86s, I'm putting 18K because you can buy a Super Bowl 86, Jalen Mills, Corey Clement, all the Super Bowl 86 overall cards. You can buy those for about 18K right now. They don't quick sell for training, but you can put them in this set, and that's really the cheapest way to get an 86 right now is buying Super Bowl cards. So all of those numbers I just read off, again, total about 73K. We're going to teach you how to build one for cheaper. We did this in a video a couple weeks ago, as I mentioned, but it's going to involve powering up and using training. So hopefully you have some power-up cards in your binder. I don't have a ton, but I have enough to just show you an example here. So I'm going to go down to power-up, and I'm going to, it's sorted by overall. We're going to flip it over here to our lowest power-up. So you're going to take a card, and Delaney Walker's a really good example. Anybody whose core elite is like 80, I believe an 86 and up, you're going to want to look for their power-ups. The ones that I know off the top of my head are Delaney Walker. I know Brandon Graham is one. I don't think DeMar Dotson is one. Let me just double check, but I don't think he is. You basically want to look through your power-ups and see how far you can get without them requiring an item. So DeMar Dotson can go up to an 82. We're going to be looking for guys that can go to an 80, an 82, and an 84. I know Delaney Walker right here is definitely one. So what we're going to do is, instead of buying 80s, 82s, 84s, and 86s, we're going to power up core power-ups to an 80, to an 82, and to an 84. Even if you don't have these in the auction house, I kind of factored that into my pricing. But if we strictly go by training here, training right now is about 29 coins per training. Both the spreadsheets to both Super Bowl rings and training, the best values to find are, there's links down below in the description of this video, so go look at those. But I would say you can even get training at 29 coins per. You can probably get it even cheaper at this point, but I'm just going to use 29. So if we take a 68 power up and power them all the way up to an 80, that comes out to be 73 training. So if we take 73 training, multiply it by 29 coins per, it basically takes you about 2,117 coins to power up to an 80 overall. Remember, to buy an 80 overall, it's 6K. So we're talking about a little under a 4K difference just to power up using training instead of buying a card. So we're saving coins there. If you don't have these power-ups, I would average about 2K. You can probably, if you're patient, find these types of power-ups on the auction house for about 2,000 coins. So even factoring that in, it would be 4,117 coins to buy this power-up, then power it up. It's still about 2K, a little under 2K cheaper. To go to an 82 overall, it's 148 training. If we multiply that by 29 coins per training point, that totals 4,292. So what I'm saying is that it would cost you 4,292 coins to take a base power up, power them up to an 82 overall, and throw them into your elite set. If you had to add on another 2K to buy that card, that's still 6,292. Remember, a 82 overall on the auction house is 13K. Big difference there. Way cheaper to do this option. And then last, to get to an 84, it's going to cost you 288 training. If we multiply that by 29 coins per training point, that's 8,352 coins to basically power this card up to an 84 versus buying an 84 on the auction house at 17K. Huge difference there. This is where we're saving coins. This is where we're making badges really, really, really cheap. So again, I can just go ahead now and power this all the way up to an 84. And then once I'm done, and if you haven't done this before, maybe you weren't aware of it, again, we put out a video. If I'm going too fast here, go watch that one as well. I think it's called How to Build an Elite Badge for Cheap. Came out about a week and a half ago. But there, we got ourselves an 84 overall card for 288 training. I already had the training in there, so obviously, you know, I didn't have to spend any coin there. But now we can take this, whoops, I don't want to promote him to starter. We want to go add to set, and I can throw him into an elite token just like that. So then last is 86 overalls. These are a little more tricky because it's hard to find core power-ups that are current players. What you want to do is look for these legend cards. You can get these legend cards by playing your solos, and there's like 50 of them out there right now. 2 new ones, I believe, came out today. The latest ones, like the last maybe 20, give you a 76 overall card. If you've played these already and sold these or used these, you're going to have to buy them, and these things kind of go for about 5K on the auction house. But if you take a 76 overall power-up legend and you power him all the way up to an 86, it costs you 545 training. If we multiply that by 29 coins per training point, that's going to total 15,805 coins to power up this card to an 86 versus buying it, which was 18K on the auction house. Not a big difference there. So and then also, if you have to buy this card, you know what, was it 15? Yeah, it was 15, right? I feel like that number might be off. No, that's right. But if you have to buy this card off the auction house, when I say this card, I mean one of these 76 overalls. They range like 4 to 5K. Don't do it. At that point, just buy an 86 overall Super Bowl card. It's going to be cheaper. But if you have these in your binder and you haven't played solos, go play the solos. They're pretty quick. You actually get 1,000 coins back for playing them. So that's going to kind of make it even cheaper. But if you don't have any of these 76s in your binders or any solos to play, then you're better off just buying an 86 overall Super Bowl card. So that's how to build an elite badge for cheap. I think elite badges, if you build them that way, are probably the move to completing that Super Bowl set. Again, you want to complete 20 of them if you plan on knocking out all your solos and objectives. I did get a question about, let me just end the video by saying this. On the objective list, it says that to complete it, you have to complete 75 Super Bowl solos. Obviously, we don't have 75 yet. That means that more content is coming. There's probably going to be a Super Bowl present promo. A lot of people think it's coming Monday. I hope it's going to be Monday. It'll probably be Rams and Patriots players. Maybe some other type of stuff. But we're going to get more solos. Once we do, you'll be able to knock out the rest of the objectives. But that's all I got, man. If you got any questions, hit me up in the comment section. I'll try to look through them and answer them this afternoon. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.